Black man, your value is not contingent upon a dollar sign. I would never allow a social construct to tell me my value. My value is not based on money. My value is extremely high, as your value should be. And see, others know this. That's why black men, we are the most hated on the planet. This is why they kill us, and this is why they try to do everything that they can to stagnate our growth potential, because they know what we can and will become.
Always maintain your standards. Whatever standards that you set for yourself, always adhere to it, maintain it, and don't allow anyone to distract you or discourage you for what it is you believe in and what it is that you stand for. Check this out, fella. I was chopping it up with this chick, right? And she was trying to get to know me, asking me, the regular questions, what you doing, all that stuff, right? And this chick had the audacity to ask me, can I fly her out to where I live in Chicago and come stay with me until she find a job? I told her, shawty, this is our initial conversation, and until you're my woman, until you got something going for yourself, I will never allow you to do such thing. I would never acquiesce to such a demand. And then, in the midst of her continuing to conversate, now in my mind, I'm pretty much done with the chick, because I'm like, I see what she on. She one of them gold digger type of chicks, which is not a part of my standards at all. But as she's continuing to tell me about herself, she revealed to me that she really wants to be a stripper and that she looking for fast money. And I told her, well, if that's the type of lifestyle you looking for, I'm definitely not the man you want to be with. I'm definitely not the man you even want to continue to talk to. But even while she was telling me she want to be a stripper, I even gave her some advice on that lifestyle. I said, if you think you just gonna go in these clubs, shaking your ass, and you gonna get easy money, $5 grand a night for that, you're sadly mistaken. You're gonna have to do devious things to strangers in order to receive the type of money that you're looking for. Whether or not she took my advice, I don't know, but I ended up ending the conversation because I was no longer interested in continuing on speaking to this woman. And I said, no, you're not going to hear from me again. I'm very glad that you were very honest and upfront with me. But at the end of the day, it sounds like to me you don't have it together. So therefore, I'm not looking to build up no woman. And may you have a nice one. But those are my standards. My standards is not to build anybody. My standards is to build myself into becoming the best version of myself. My goal is to also add to what a woman is already building or generating for herself. Those are my standards, and I refuse to break those standards. Another thing when it comes to maintaining your standards is not dealing with people that will never make you a top priority. Like, for instance, a lot of people, man, were very critical of me because I made a post on Facebook a long time ago stating that I was not going to be with any woman who is legally still married. It doesn't matter if you separated. I don't care if you ain't never dealt with that dude in 5-10 years. If you're not legally divorced, I'm not going to deal with you. I'm not going to have the Most High punish me for committing acts of adultery with another man's wife. I refuse to go through that. I've dealt with that before, dealing with another man's woman, and I paid the price for that. I've learned my lesson. And so with me maintaining my standards, I'm going to maintain a moral high ground. You brothers have to do the same for yourself. Whatever morals, ethics, and standards you have committed to living out for yourself, you uphold it and you maintain it. You don't break that for anybody, especially for a woman. Fellas, we gotta keep in mind that female nature is not a bad thing. Learning and understanding female nature is beneficial for you. The reason why it's beneficial is because the more you learn about a woman's nature, the more you learn about a woman, the more you will begin to make the conclusion as to what you will and what you will not tolerate when interacting or dealing with a woman. If you know you don't deal with women whose only purpose is to get monetary assistance from you, you maintain that and you don't deal with those type of women at all. Who cares if she calls you names? Who cares if they come on your post and try to deflect from your reason and sound judgment? Who cares? As long as you stand on for what you truly believe in and what you dedicate yourself to, their assessments of you mean absolutely nothing. Translates over to haters and beta male sin manginas. Man, dudes can say whatever the hell they want about me. It's not gonna deter me from doing what I gotta do in my life as a man. So for example, when I'm out on these hip hop scenes, man, I don't drink or smoke at all. I'm not going to get intoxicated. I ain't down with weed. I ain't smoked weed since I was 18 years old. I've been free for weed for 20 years, man, and proud of it. When I'm in my zone, practicing and preparing for my performances, I'm in my zone. I have a sober mind, and I'm clear and conscious as to how I'm going to perform and how I'm going to attack being on the mic, being on that stage. So therefore, I maintain my standards. People can offer me drinks and smoke all day long. I refuse it. Why? Because that ain't what I need. That ain't what I'm there for. I'm there to give you a great performance by delivering a strong, positive, and empowering message. That's upholding your standards and it's maintaining it through your own personal example. The more we as men continue to do so, we set standards that we best see fit. I'm telling you, brothers, there's going to come a time where women ain't going to have no choice but to adapt to the standards that we set for ourselves.
We are spiritual beings that have been put into this garb of flesh, and we now have energy exchanges. Within that energy, there are vibrational frequencies. I do shadow work and healing on myself because I'm constantly working to become the best version of myself, which means I'm constantly working to break generational traumas and generational curses. The black men within my circle, we hold one another accountable. There are no yes men, there are no big I's and little U's. If a brother has a problem, we talk about it one time. The next conversation is going to be about solutions. After that, it's about implementation of action.
Always remember, you ain't doing nothing to fix and correct your life for nobody. You're making adjustments for yourself and your life that's going to be beneficial to you. Like I was telling the young woman, listen, I've been in the strip clubs, man. I was a trick at one time. I blew money in the strip club. I'd have banged some of them broads. But I outgrew that shit. And once I outgrew it, I no longer entertain it anymore. I don't entertain it now. I'm far removed from that life, man. You know what I'm saying? So I don't need to be alone with it. And I always knew that those weren't the type of women that were suitable for me to take serious. I never hated on those women because, you know, that was their bread and butter. That was their hustle. I even told the young lady, you got to look at that as a business. You getting that money is business. Nothing less, nothing more. It is what it is. And so my standards is, listen, if that's the type of life you want, don't include me in it because it's not the type of life I desire for myself. That's what you men have to continue to believe in, upholding standards that is best suitable for you. Don't allow no one to convince you that what you believe in is wrong or outdated or ain't nobody gonna go along with that. That's nonsense. I even hate the term old school at times because people want to attribute old school to being old-fashioned or out of touch with reality. Old school is oftentimes is true school. Why? Because old school mentalities and beliefs hold off of discipline, structure, standards, morals, the whole nine. And when you have that for yourself, fellas, you can't lose when it comes to approaching these avenues of life and building yourself into becoming the best alpha version of who you are. Continue to stand on your purpose. Continue to be pleasing in the eyes of God. That is who you please and satisfy. You ain't here to please and satisfy no man or no woman. If people can't acquiesce to the standards you set for yourself, you don't need them. Don't never downgrade yourself or belittle or degrade yourself just to please and satisfy anybody. Part of the problem in the dynamic of relationships between men and women is that men have to value themselves so much that now women are desperately seeking to find men who hold standards to themselves. But the problem with that is a lot of these women are broken, dog. And a lot of us men, we ain't looking to fix no woman. We ain't looking to fix no woman. We ain't looking to build no woman. Me personally, I don't uplift people. I don't. And here's the reason why I don't uplift people. Upliftment only means that you have to have some form of inspiration. You have to wake up every day to inspire and motivate and have some great form of determination for yourself. No other human being can ever give that to you effectively. People can motivate you. They can inspire you in ways, true. But the only way you can be truly inspired is if you have the dedication and the work ethic to want to strive to be better for yourself. Otherwise, these methods of improvement, enlightenment, and other positive attributes ain't gonna never happen for you. So when people be like, well, you gotta uplift our women, no, why would I uplift anybody that does not seek to improve for themselves? Why would I seek to uplift anybody that does not see the errors of their ways or does not see themselves doing anything wrong? That's a waste of time. Part of my standards is being the personal example of things that I stand for, so that if it rubs off on others, at least they see it in actual practice. This is what I stand for, and this is what I believe when it comes to setting standards for yourself. Being the personal example while letting everyone from a distance see that you about that life, that you put in the action, that you ain't just the talk, you actually walk what you talk. This is what maintaining your standards does, fellas. And as long as we'll continuing to do that and believe in that and hold that for ourselves on an everyday basis, you're going to see the change that many of us out here really wish we can have within our women. Because trust me, brothers, you'll be wasting your time out here trying to change these women. Never try to change women. Never. Accept female nature for what it is. Accept it and recognize it as a true thing. Some of it is bad, some of it is good, but all of it is true. And when you recognize and accept that, certain things you're going to tolerate, certain things you won't. If you know you don't want a woman that's out here entertaining hundreds of men on a daily basis, you uphold that and you let her be. If you know you don't want a woman that has multiple kids by multiple men or has been with multiple men and has had sexual pleasures with lots of men, and she has all these different spirits within her emotional psyche, you don't tolerate it. But not only that, if you know you're a man of God, you know you stand on principles, morals, ethics, positive values, and you are bettering yourself mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, intellectually, you uphold those standards because that is who you are as a man, and you maintain that by living the life that you best see fit. You fellas continue to encourage yourselves to be great each and every day. Once you are great, once you improve, once you make the necessary adjustments into bettering your life, I'm telling you, brothers, eventually you're going to see things change in the right direction, and it's going to be more suitable for you in the long run. We play the long-term game, not no short-term pleasure or satisfaction. Peace and love, and may God bless each and every last one of you. 100.
Black women within my circle. They love and respect black men. They care about our feelings. They're mature women, and they can have adult conversations without becoming emotionally triggered. The black women in my circle, they listen. They listen not for the purpose of refuting, debating, or arguing, but they listen for the purpose of healing, and if the issue requires it, resolving. These brothers and sisters that are in my circle, they're in my circle because I'm royalty and I require that. But more importantly, they're royalty and they require it too. You know why? Because we're in the same frequency and I won't accept anything less. And the reason I won't accept anything less is because I know my value. Black man, you are it. We are everything. Know that and walk like you know that.